according to TASS news agency, Russian Defense Ministry confirmed liberation of Atradne settlement in the DPR, and also Russian Defense Ministry confirmed liberation of Romanovka settlement also in the DPR. So progress of the special military operation continues. And by the way, I have more news because more settlements have been liberated. Defense Ministry probably will, inform us about it, maybe late today or tomorrow. And for example, Russian troops liberated their settlement of Vladimirovka in the Sumy region, and also settlement of Belovody in the Sumy region. So creation of the buffer zone continues. And if you take a look, by the way, quite significant areas already being cleared from terrorist forces of the Western-backed terrorist regime of Zelensky. And this is not all. In the DPR direction, Russian troops basically cut off Kiev regime's forces on the eastern flank of Patros-Mirnograd agglomeration. And reports are coming in that Russian troops established control over the Zarya settlement, at least partial control. Russian troops also, as I already mentioned, liberated Romanovka settlement. Russian troops established control over the Staraya Nikolaevka settlement and Gnatovka settlement. So Kiev regime's defense lines in this pocket had collapsed completely. And probably later on, Defense Ministry will provide us information about these developments. Significant, but still expected, obviously, progress of the Russian armed forces in this direction. And last night, Kiev regime was obviously launching, as I already mentioned, about 100 drones, dozens of drones to strike deep into Russian territory, and Russia was retaliating with their drone and missile strikes. And I did share this morning on my Telegram and Twitter X page information about that in a number of directions, Russian armed forces neutralized military and logistical infrastructure of the Kiev regime, including Odessa region, Kiev region, Dnipropetrovsk region, Kharkov region, and also strikes were conducted on military airfields of the Kiev regime in the western parts of Ukraine. Starokonstantinov airfield, for example, was targeted among other military targets. Let's continue with the more news. And according to TASS news agency's report, military expert Andrei Marochko stated that Kiev regime lost about 4,400 troops last week during the battles in LPR border area. As you know, dear friends, LPR, Lugansk People's Republic, is almost completely liberated from terrorist regime of Zelensky. Just small pockets of resistance are remaining there. Although there are heavy battles, Kiev regime is sending more and more troops to maintain their presence in LPR and on the borderline areas there. And due to heavy fighting, just in this direction, last week the regime lost more than 4,400 troops, which is a quite significant number, significant losses. Also, Russian armed forces destroyed their 10 tanks of Kiev regime in this direction and over 200 different combat vehicles. Also 61 field artillery pieces. So Kiev regime is losing big time on all along the front line, and Lugansk People's Republic is no exception. And I think this information also worth our attention, that Russia and Ukraine complete major prisoner exchange on the 1,000 for 1,000 formula. Yesterday, third round of POW exchange took place, and Russia has returned 303 Russian servicemen from their territory controlled by the Kiev regime. Overall, more about 800 Russian military prisoners, Russian militaries were freed basically from captivity in Kiev-controlled territory and about 200 civilians. So this prisoner exchange, POW exchange, that was agreed during the first round of direct talks between Moscow and Kiev that took place recently in Istanbul is completed now. And reports are that sides are actively working to present in upcoming days detailed plan about peace, how peace can be achieved, and ceasefire. Although due to escalatory steps that being taken by Washington, due to extreme statements from U.S. President Donald Trump, I would not be surprised, and no one should, if this second round of negotiations between Moscow and Kiev will not go ahead. It's clearly a possibility because, as I said many times before, globalists and their allies, neocons in US, Zionists, and so on, they are not interested in peace. They are interested in prolongation of this proxy war against Russia. But meanwhile, at least formally, work is still ongoing to organize this second round, and Istanbul is the most likely venue for the second round of direct negotiations, according to sources of TASS news agency. Earlier, there was some report that maybe Vatican will host this second round, but Russian foreign minister stated that this is not happening. Most likely, Vatican would not be the place where the second round will take place. And the source of TASS news agency also said the same. So maybe if second round will even take place, it will be Istanbul again. And I guess Turkish government is trying hard to make sure that Turkey will stay. Turkey will continue to play significant role in this talks, in attempts to de-escalate. And for example, Foreign Minister of Turkey is in Moscow today. Either he already came or he will fly to Moscow today. And we have this report that he hopes to meet with the Russian president and also head of Russian delegation, Medinsky, and also Narishkin. Let's go through some details. So Turkish Foreign Minister Hakan Fidan expects to hold meetings with the Russian President Vladimir Putin, presidential aide Vladimir Medinsky, and the head of Foreign Intelligence Service Sergei Narishkin during their first day of their trip to Moscow. Source in Turkish Foreign Ministry told the TASS news agency. During his, and we have quote from Turkish Foreign Ministry, during his visit to Russian Federation, May 26, which is today, Foreign Minister Hakan Fidan plans to be received by the Russian President Vladimir Putin and hold meetings with their presidential aide Vladimir Medinsky and head of Foreign Intelligence Service Sergei Narishkin. Tomorrow, May 27th, meeting is planned with the Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov. Source in Turkish Foreign Ministry stated, and clearly Erdogan, Ankara basically wants to play important part on topic of the escalation of Ukrainian crisis, but yet again, it's not up to Turkey, isn't it? Globalists and their allies, American neocons and the Zionists, they are against peace. They want this proxy war to continue. So therefore, most likely, second round of negotiations between Moscow and Kiev most likely will be derailed. But I mean, it's worth noticing that Turkey is trying at least to stay in this process. And I'm not sure, by the way, Russian president will receive Turkish foreign minister. Although, who knows? Maybe this meeting between Russian president and Turkish foreign minister already been pre-planned. So therefore, this meeting might take place. Hello everyone, I hope you find informative and useful this short clip from main news update, and if so, please click that like button and leave some commentary just about anything. It might help to deal with the algorithm and reach wider audience. And if you like my work in general and want to support to save this media project, you can assist through several ways. You can donate to this project through PayPal platform or Boosty, also with the crypto currencies, or you can subscribe to my Patreon page and page on Boosty, where I have quite a lot of extra content on regular basis. All the links are on this video in description box and in the pinned comment. And of course, many thanks to everyone who already helped and continues to support. Thank you.